Alrighty, everybody, we are back, and we are just about ready to get this next run underway. Joining with us here, we have Stalbosin, and we have High Flyer 28. I don't know if either of them can hear me just yet.
I can hear you.
You can hear me just fine. Okay, we lost Stalbosin. But welcome, High Flyer. Oh, okay. And welcome, Stalbosin. So, as everybody can see on the screen here, we're going to have Giocci up next, running Mega Man 2, any percent Zipless, estimated 33 minutes. Stalbosin and High Flyer are going to be helping out with commentary. Let's go ahead and bring it on over here. You guys feel free to take it away, introduce yourselves, introduce the run, and tell Giocci when it's time to go.
All right. I'm High Flyer 28. I'm actually new to speedrunning. Actually just recently learned how to speedrun Mega Man 2 a few months ago. Yeah, I feel like Stall is kind of new to it as well. Yeah, I'm very excited to be here. Thank you for having me. It's quite an honor to do something like this. Mega Man 2, it could be easy, it could be hard, but if you're very unfamiliar with the game, it can be difficult. But it's really not anything I would say be something to be afraid of. It's definitely a very fun speed run overall. Stall, you can introduce yourself if you want.
Yeah, hello everybody. I'm Stahlbolzen92. Yeah, similar as Highfly, I basically learned this game a few months ago for the Mega Man 2 tournament, which is still going on. And yeah, I'm also feel very honored to be here to do comps for this lovely event. And I think we can give Giocci the good to go, I guess. You wanted to ping him, I think.
Yeah, so while they get Giocci started, I guess we can just introduce the category. So as you see on the screen, it says any percent zipless. So the difference between this category and the normal any percent is, as it says, is zipless. You're not allowed to basically clip through the wall as you would see in some other games. You basically just have to go through every level as it's intended. There are a few spots where you can skip certain sections to make it easier with the items you do receive in the game, as we will see in one of the stages. Well, here we're gonna go to the traditional route of Flashman. Usually it is the very first level you do see in Zipless runs. An item you do get, you get the Flash Stopper, which is basically allows you to basically just freeze time. Pretty simple level for the most part. There are some sections where you just can't avoid being bonked by a certain enemy, especially when you want to go fast, which is what we try to do here. This level's known for its moonwalking, depending on how you get bonked on certain enemies, or the electric slide. But as long as you hold left or right, it usually doesn't happen.
Yeah, pretty straightforward stage, quite short, and the boss fight is also like, well, it's not that hard. You just need to time your shots correctly and maybe we do some wiggling strats here. Let's see. Oh yeah,
Very nice, very clean.
Yeah, and right after the first stage, we have some break time, I guess.
Oh, some cutscene gaming.
Cutscene gaming, massive cutscene gaming incoming.
So while we're getting the Flash Stopper, which is the very first item I was mentioning earlier, Dr. Light will also give you a special item, which I believe is item 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Should be, yeah.
Yep, item 3. So the reason why you definitely want to dispose of Flashman pretty quick is because if you don't, I forgot how, I don't know if it's just RNG or there's a time. Usually, if you don't kill him within a certain amount of time, he'll freeze you, and then you're just literally motionless, and then you're just gonna have to just take whatever he decides to do to you until you're unfrozen for a few seconds. And yeah, Stall, why don't you explain Airman here?
At the start of the beginning, we already see the use of flash. Because if you stop the time, those little horns won't come out at the start of the stage. Some runners do go airman first and jump over these things, and they think save up to 2 seconds or so, like not very much, because of less menuing. And yeah, airman stage, lots of high ground. And maybe we will see the first use of a little trick here, which is called the pause buffering. Yeah, he hadn't used to it, had to use it. But if you jump and pause mid-air, Mega Man does this teleport animation thing. And if you continue this with a certain rhythm, you can extend your jumps and like get over edges, over gaps. Yeah. And after this, we have those airman blower guys. There's also a little trick. I don't know if Giocci will go for it. I think not. You can spawn these flying birds who carries the eggs from the left side, and if you time it correctly, it will crash into one of those airman guys and despawns it. And now we have some, yeah. Well, one of the few RNG fights in this game. Maybe you can explain it.
Yeah, so Airman can give you a few different patterns of these tornadoes like we saw in Mega Man 3 there, but you typically want the ones where you can bonk on the tornado at the very ends. While you're in the iframes, the Airman can't push you, so you're able to basically walk in his face and just spam shoot him until he's no more, basically. Giocci looked like he didn't get the pattern he wanted, but was still able to do it before Airman was starting to jump all over the screen there. So still a pretty good fight for what he had for the patterns there. As we get our second of our third cutscene gaming breaks of the run. Now we get the item 2 from Dr. Blay, excuse me. I almost said Dr. Wily. So, item 2 is basically like a sled, I would say like a flying sled, I guess.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Rush Jet, I guess. Like, at least in the later stages, later games, it's like Rush Jet, basically. But you can only travel in the... You can't travel up or down, only left and right with this rocket thing. Hoverboard.
Yeah.
So this stage here can be very frustrating, I guess. You see those lasers from the side, and they are insecure. But if you like run this game a few times, you know how to like where to go and where not. But if you like have a small mistake and bonk something or like get stuck at the edge, you you can get beamed to death. But so far so good. Looks pretty good. As a backup, you can also use the time stopper, the flashman weapon, to progress the stage. And this is also a backup for the boss fight coming up, but most likely we won't see it. It's only a backup, since it will lose time. And yeah, you can fight Quickman, Buster only. Pretty decent, I guess. Yeah, before that we have those AT-ATs or AT-STs, I don't know. I always mix it up. Star Wars
those I think they're actually called Mecha Joeys in the game, if I'm not mistaken. So we saw Giocci there take a hit there at the start of them, because you take way less damage than tanking one hit that does like a lot of damage. And that was very close. So yeah, Quickman I would say is one of the harder fights to do. Depending on the pattern he gives you at the start, he can give you a low pattern, mid pattern, or high jump pattern, and it's very controversial what everybody gives at the wants at the start. But yeah, it
can be very hectic.
Yeah, your best is just I think you take less damage from the boomerangs in here too, so you just want to dodge whatever you can and just hope that Quickman doesn't just jump in your face like we saw pretty sure that's what happened with Giocci there. So we're gonna come across Metal Man, the stage right after our first non-cutscene gaming here. So you use the time stopper again to basically freeze all the dropping spikes there. And by the time you get to these drill parts, you pretty much can just jump over those first few like we saw Giocci do. And you have to actually do one of them pause buffers to switch to the item 2, which we will need in the next room coming up. Pretty simple stage. There's really nothing to it, especially in the beginning. It's pretty easy. But these clowns.
You also have these conveyor belts which point in either direction, and if you face against them, you can bonk your head to the jump and bonk your head at the ceiling to progress more quickly. And yeah, its stage is already done. Sorry, and you see Giocci entering the boss fight holding the shoot button. Maybe it's now holding the shoot button. Because Metal Man only jumps if you press the shoot button, but if you press shoot before entering, before the fight starts, you continuously shoot your boomerangs and then just jump close to him and yeah, boss fight is over. It's that easy. So the most difficult part was the movement part before that on the conveyor belt. Sorry.
Yeah, you just want to avoid Metal Man there jumping all over the screen, and we saw Giocci execute that perfectly. So then this is going to be probably one of the scarier tricks to do. And it looks good so far. You got to place that item 2 sled just right. And he's going to do the very nice. He does it a little more scarier than I do.
Rip a bitrate, by the way. This is very heavy on your bitrate when you stream the stage.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And now we have the water physics everybody loves. And a lot of spikes, which is also a great thing in Mega Man games. Because, yeah, if you touch them, you die.
Yeah,
so
you definitely want
to be very careful here.
Very
also,
nice trick with that fish.
Yeah, also this section in general is very lag heavy, so you have to be try to kill some enemies in the right spot, and avoid some weapon or health drops. You have to avoid to collect them. So since the game freezes the moment you pick them up. So yes, looks good, I guess. Well, I can't see the stream right now, sorry. You have the same problem, by the way? Oh no, it's back. Okay.
Yeah. From what I saw in the actual stream, yeah, it looked like it was just pretty clean. Yeah, had pretty good frogs there. Actually, pretty good Bubble Man there. Again, depending on how many bubbles Bubble Man shoots there, it can cause more lag, less lag. Looked like he shot only 2 bubbles. Yeah, that's not what you want at all. And yeah, so that part where the big fish there, you take a lot of damage if you hit them, but the way you want to typically do is the way Giocci did it was just jump right above them and just diagonally shoot the metal blades, which is probably one of the strongest items in the game.
Yeah, luckily you don't lose momentum when you shoot metal blades in air. And if you're on the ground, he will just stand still and throw them. And
yeah,
also, next up is a very, for me it's a scary stage, because you have a lot of gaps again. And, well, item 2 strat at the end of the stage, where you want to have a certain amount of weapon energy left, and if you don't, you are in big troubles. But let's see how Giocci will handle this.
Yeah, pretty clean item 2 usage here, but you don't want to place the item 2s too far away from those posts for certain sections, because you don't want those chips to go away. You want them to be around. He has actually the right amount where I would say is safe. Yeah,
you can
see
look
those
at this
bricks
black
in the
line.
back. Yeah, the bricks. Yep.
would be barely enough, I guess.
It's okay. You can just. The one pause buffer was good. Very nicely done, though. But that's the one section I was talking about earlier where we were able to skip a good bit that, of course, isn't a zip, but you just use the item 2 there to not have to basically have to jump on a number of those bricks that are usually spawning above, and yeah, nobody wants to do that.
So Heatman has also different patterns. If he gets hit, oh, okay, it was a quick fire. So if you hit him, he can either have 30, 60, or 90 frames break, I guess, before he like teleports around and gets vulnerable again. Which is the 90 frames are called the coffee breaks, since it feels like ages. But I think he had two times small breaks, right? At least the second one was.
Yeah, they look like they were. Yeah, the could have sworn the last two were both 30s, which are really good. I can tell they were good because the look on Giocci's face tells it all.
And Giocci says big glot. And yeah, nice stage, no problems. And the last cutscene gaming here. After that, we won't have any more like bigger breaks after the stages.
Yep, we pick up item 1, which is our levitating platforms, which is going to come in handy in the next stage after this one. Okay, so Woodman, well, we like to greet the bunnies here, but just don't bonk into them. Pretty standard level. It has its areas. So Giocci here is going to charge up the heat item that we got here, so it's full. Potential, get the fireball. Now what he's doing here is using the first one to destroy the dog there, and we use the time stopper here because more of these dogs would actually spawn in each of those rooms, but if you do it before you scroll into the second room, it will not allow the dogs to spawn in the other corresponding rooms. So very good job from Giocci, and avoiding the bats there. That was actually I was a little worried about that for a moment.
Yeah, but item 2 in this section here is very scary because if you bonk some stuff here, it gets super heavy laggy. But well done here. Spawning the bird on the left side, so it didn't have to avoid him. And yeah, these ones you can just jump over them because you don't care. And we are almost done with the stage. Little flying section is about ahead of us.
Let's see if we get the infamous green chicken.
Yes.
Then there it is.
Ground chicken.
So if I explained correctly, the way the ground chicken works is that when you jump off screen to the top at the right time when that chicken would normally spawn, the game thinks you're actually basically on the bottom of the screen, so that's why the chicken spawns there. The game actually doesn't think you're all the way up top like that, so that's why we call it the ground chicken.
Yeah. And easy boss fight after that. One charge weapon shot, and yeah, Woodman is gone. And one final stage, which is like for most runners, well, let's say a gatekeeper, because you can easily lose a lot of time by making small mistakes. We have a lot of climbing coming up, so let's hope Giocci can get through this lovely stage.
So yeah, in this stage, probably have seen it a lot from the Summoning Salt video we recently got to see, but now you're gonna actually see how it's done without all the zips. Giocci might make some of these parts look very easy, but I promise you, it is not easy at all. Yeah. It takes a lot of practice.
But as you mentioned it, the zip version of the stage is like, it's something you definitely need to check that out. It totally breaks the game, like visually, I would say. But this section right here, you can't skip because this is zipless, and you can use these platforms to get closer to the ladder. And what you see here is like, if you jump off screen and time your re-grab correctly, you are more ahead in the next screen. Maybe we can see it here. Yeah, he immediately left the ladder And this is very useful for this section here because he needs to bonk one of those birds and yeah, gets on the bottom of the tower. And now use item 3 to progress the climb.
So in this section, you see the birds spawning from the right side. Normally they spawn from the left side, but for some reason, if you're looking to the left and you jump up to the next section, the game thinks you're coming from the right side, which is why, or looking left, which is why the bird spawns from the right side. So yeah, that's it. If you wouldn't do that, the bird would actually spawn from the left side. The egg would break. All those little birds would be flying right at you, and it's just not a good time. So Giocci really made that part look so easy.
And this fight here is usually not that difficult as well. Just time your air shots, and he's 2-hit. So there's basically a strat where you can kind of one-shot him by shooting out of the screen to the left and then hit him. Only a few runners do this strat. I think it's more like a normal any % thing. But yeah. We are done with the Mavericks, Robot Masters. It's time for Mr. Wowie and some eyebrow-raising gaming here.
Wee.
Get your Wii's out.
Get your J-Dub brows out.
So these stages can be very tricky because there's a mechanic that you will keep your weapon energy throughout all the stages. And that's why this makes the usage of the items a little bit more tricky because you have to like keep some for the next stages, especially Wily 4. But so far,
not being able to replenish after every stage in the Wily stages is definitely a bit tricky.
Yeah, there are some weapon energy drops in the later stages, but they obviously lose time, a lot of time, so you don't wanna pick them up if you don't have to. And usually this game is so routed that you barely finish with any items left, I guess. So, yeah. Just like Crash Man, this stage is quite climb heavy. Ooh, this screen is always nerve-wracking. But Gio
he bonked on the ceiling there, but he was far left enough. He was gonna get the ladder.
Yeah, the ladder grabs are quite nice. I feel you can grab them even though you are not really touching them or like barely touching them. And this time Mega Man is just walking in this dark room with these platforms for no reason because, hey, let's check it out. What could go wrong here? Oh wait, there's a big dragon from behind us. Oh no. And lots of lag again. You don't really see it, but if you play the game, you feel the lag. Nicely done.
Very nice fight. It could be scary if you let the fireball come out, but Giocci said, nope, not today. I know some people like to call the dragon Trogdor. Alright, so 1 out of 5 done. And I personally like the first 2 of the Wily stages because I feel like it's the best soundtrack in the game.
Yeah, definitely. I think I read somewhere that this game was like made in their not free time, but like oh, he got it too high.
Yep, it's okay. I mean, he can pick up, he can replenish again. Yeah. So what happened there is that if you place that sled just a bit too high, Mega Man's basically he'll bonk his head right there at that corner. It may not seem like he was gonna hit him, but yeah, that's why you're just better off just placing it while you're standing on the floor there instead of trying jumping and landing on it.
It's okay. Checkpoint was very generous in this case. But I wanted to say, like, this game, like, I think they made the game and then realized, oh no, we don't have enough space left for more soundtracks, so they used the same soundtrack for 1 and 2 and the other soundtrack in 3 and 4. Yeah. And the YD6 soundtrack is still the best, you will love it. Just wait. But except this little bonk clean stage. But Giocci needs to be careful because he's in one-shot range now. And unlike the other stages, you don't have a checkpoint right before the boss doors. Or like right before the bosses, I think. So dying here wouldn't be that very nice, I guess.
Yeah, it'll put you right back where the drill part that he skipped with the flash stopper was. I personally wouldn't know.
But clean boss right here. Nice. I think his real weakness is air, I guess. Or no, bubble, right? His real weakness is bubble, but
yes,
yep. Easily spam the metal blades to like quick kill those tiny combination blocks. Makes it a little easier.
Shooting the bubbles, they don't have the range like the metal blades do.
It's strange that the metal blade, how powerful it is. You will notice it in the refights. But before that, a little bit swimming section again. Let's see, how many fishes do we get?
Yeah, I don't remember what causes the fishes to jump out of these holes or not, but oh, we got one so far. Let's see if we get both. Oh, just one. It's okay. Sometimes you'll get none. I don't know if it's like just how you jump through each of that section, but this part right here can be very scary. Yep. Touch the spikes and you go back to start. Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, you saw
pretty.
A lot of
other than that, pretty simple.
Yeah. I think this was the last stage with water physics, so at least this is out of our way now.
Yes.
And we have the most dangerous boss fight in the entire game. It's the Gutsman tank.
Ooh, nice, very nice two-jump. Yeah. It's pretty hard to do. You have to be really good at the mashing when you're jumping.
I honestly don't even know what this boss does, because you always kill him before he does anything except like driving
he punches you, like his one fist will like move up and down, so like can punch you, and he shoots out those mets at some point.
Ah, okay.
Oh, so now we're gonna come to our favorite level. We call it Purple Heaven.
I wouldn't call it heaven. I would call it the other section.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, the opposite of heaven. Everybody calls it that. But we utilize the rest of that item 3 that we've been, I would say, hoarding throughout the Wily stages to basically... So climbing up ladders is just very slow in this game, so you actually utilize the item 3s to basically just jump on the ladders. It just saves you so much more time.
And the
section is pretty simple.
Giocci didn't accidentally zip this time, like in his Mega Man 2 race.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah, there's some. I don't remember what triggers that, but sometimes if you don't put the item 3 correctly or facing the certain way, you'll accidentally zip through one of those platforms or corners, and yeah, you don't want that to happen.
So you guys see a lot of those moving platforms and spikes, and you think this is the worst part of the stage? Wait, guys, wait, just wait. The fun begins at the end of the stage, the boss fight.
Yeah, Giocci's doing really good here on these spike rooms here, using the item 1 and 2 and 3s to get past them. Pretty simple.
Little trick here coming up. He's using the wood leaf before the boss door, which kind of manipulates the hitbox, like the damage hitbox of the weapon he will use in the boss, the crash bombs, because they kind of get the range of the weapon you used before that, so you have more area to destroy. And this is the riddle to the Riddle Man boss fight. I think the name is wrong, but it's supposed to be a riddle, and you have to shoot all these energy lamps with the crash bombs, and you also have to like destroy these walls, like doors. And well done.
Yeah, so some of those shots you saw him not only take out one of the, I don't even know what you would call those little lamps, I guess, and
Lamps, yeah.
buttons. And you want to destroy one with a wall because you only have so many crash bombs to use. If you were to try to do them one at a time with one wall, you won't have enough, and then you end up having to basically just take the fall there because that's their only weakness and only way to shoot them. Ooh, so we get to the refights. Always love to see the refights, and unlike the last time, Quickman is on solid arena here, so easier to hit him there as we saw. So very well done from Giocci.
Yeah, man, refight is also not that hard. Just jump and shoot. You can see he's going up next. Okay, that's nice. Using the bubbles. Oh, this time he got the long break.
Yeah, that looked like a 90-60 there.
Yep. And airman again, yay! More RNG. Okay, nice pattern for the start, I guess.
Oh, one more shot.
The last tornado.
Oh. Yeah, I'm
But
surprised he didn't
it's
take a bonk there. But yeah, it's fine. He still left there with pretty good amount of health, which is definitely good. Simple Woodman, you can either use the air shooter or you can do that just using the heat, power it all up the way, and just shoot one big fireball at him for a one-hit KO. You get
this
2
is
bubbles from Bowman.
Now you see the power of the Metal Blades against Metal Man. Guys, watch closely and fight is over.
Yeah. Yeah, if you blink, you missed it.
Also, the flash fight is pretty straightforward. You just time your shots, and yeah, well, over
Yeah,
again.
4 saws, I believe, is what's required for him. And then we're gonna get to the Wily machine, which has 2 phases. The first phase, you just want to shoot the metals just like that, and just spam the rest right on the Dr. Wily, and try not to get. Oh, there you go. Very nice. That's why you want to enter this stage with as much health as possible from the refights, because then you don't have to worry about using the E-tank, and that takes a lot of time. So yeah, we're just coming up to the last boss of the game, and we're gonna love the soundtrack. Get ready for it. The soundtrack of where most runners will alter the track by wasting their bubbles.
Maybe you have to turn up your volume to hear something. I don't know. Rip headphone users.
Yeah, the bubble drops. You know, because you're shooting bubbles and there's the drops from the ceiling. All right, so we're gonna come across the last stage where at first you think it's Dr. Wily, but it's not. He turns into this big old alien.
He's showing his true form.
Yep.
Oh my gosh,
And what you want to do here is not hug the alien, which is bonk on the alien at all. A very nice half cycle there. Wow, that is the fastest way you can kill the alien, which is what we call the half cycle, which is basically only goes to the left of the screen, and as he's going back to complete the cycle, you basically just shoot a few in the beginning, and then you just basically spam after taking a hit off the one bullet it shoots. Does way less damage, and very nicely done from Giocci. Give out your GGs in chat. Very, very solid run. You know, other than the Wily 2 star, that was actually very, very clean, very good.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if he would have gotten a small PB out of that.
Yeah, 30 minutes, 40 seconds. Yeah, close to his PB, I guess. Yeah, but as you said, very clean run. Fantastic job. Hello.
We have
GG.
Giocci joining us
Thank
here in
you for
voice
the
for just a
GGs.
quick minute.
Whew. That was
GG's, Giocci.
close when I died. I felt like, oh no. But then, afterward, everything worked out fine. Well, thank you for having us. I hope everyone enjoyed the run. I hope everyone had a blast of a time. I hope the commentaries did a good job. I don't know. I
Oh,
have
they
to
did
watch that
fantastic.
afterwards,
Good choice.
but I'm sure of it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you too for doing commentary on such a short notice. Thank you, Kame, and the whole team for having us. really, really happy to be here to help. This is a personal matter for me as well, so I am really happy that I was able to show you this great game.
It was an awesome run. Appreciate you joining us, Giocci.
Showcase.
Anytime, any day. Anytime, any day.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you once again,
Yeah, it
Giocci,
was,
High Flyer, and
It was
Stalbosin.
really tight. I was on PG base.
Giocci
like,
can't hear me.
after Wiley won. I was like, what? I was on literal PB pace until I died. I felt like, what? Yeah,
It's
but
okay.
It worked. Yeah. So, all right. All right.
Alrighty.
Yes, I cannot hear you, but thank you for having us once again. And I think the plan will continue now. The schedule is tight, so stay tuned. We will have more amazing Mega Man action here.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Thank you once again, Giocci, Stalbosin, High Flyer. You guys did
Thank
a
you for
fantastic
having me.
job.
Have a good one, everyone.
Take it
See
easy.
ya.